Thank you so much for your kind words of introduction. It's a great honour and a privilege to represent the UK at this very important conference. I hope it will be the first of many. The UK's association with the China Advertising Association goes back more than 10 years through the IPA and the Advertising Association. I'm delighted that my agency 23Red is one of a growing number of agencies in the UK export group who are keen to connect and collaborate with China. Public service advertising in the UK has been leading social change for over 100 years. That long experience is one reason why today the UK is renowned for its award-winning creative campaigns that deliver exceptionally high returns on investment. Every £1 spent delivers an average return on investment of £5, measured as money saved by the government. These efficiencies may explain why today £1 in every £20 spent on advertising in the UK is spent on public service advertising. Public service advertising has changed the behaviours and lives of literally millions of people in the UK. Eating more healthily, giving up smoking, donating blood, drinking less alcohol, driving more responsibly. These millions of individual changes have built momentum and brought about widespread shifts in society. And of course, a healthier and better informed population means less pressure on our vital public services, such as the National Health Service. Let me show you some examples to illustrate the sheer diversity of public service advertising in the UK.
3, 2, 1. Let's go!
Welcome to the Stoptober 28-day challenge. Using the power of laughter, we're going to help you go 28 days without a fag.
Stoptober, kick the habit.
This summer, Change for Life 10-minute shake-ups with Disney to try and help kids get their 60 minutes of exercise they need each day.
Smoking attacks our lungs and makes it harder to breathe. Time to make a change. Time to quit. Good for your health, your pocket, and your peace of mind. Better health. Let's do this.
We love sugary things, but too much sugar can lead to serious diseases.
Everyone knows that feeling, when life gets on top of us.
Together. Come on.
Amazing.
So, what makes truly great campaigns? My agency 23Red has been working with the government for over 20 years, and I'd like to share with you 3 of the most important lessons we've learnt in that time. The first lesson is that you need to focus relentlessly on driving real behaviour change. The whole point is not just to change what people think, but to change what they do. We use a combination of behavioural science and creativity to achieve that. As part of a cross-agency team working alongside WPP agency Wavemaker, we were asked by Public Health England to develop a campaign to help people stop smoking. Behavioural science tells us that people are more likely to achieve a goal if it's broken down into small chunks. Stoptober made quitting smoking less daunting by setting small milestones over a 28-day period and mobilised a herd effect with mass participation. The campaign, which runs each October, uses traditional mass media advertising to drive awareness, and also partnerships and personalised direct communications and support tools to drive behaviour change. The 2016 IPA Effectiveness Gold Award submission showed that over its first 4 years, Stoptober encouraged 1.5 million more people, that's about 12% of all smokers, to take the challenge of giving up smoking, with 70,000 smokers giving up for good. The short-term result, a return on investment, was estimated at nearly £3 for every £1 invested. In the longer term, and based on quit attempts per campaign, it is estimated that the campaign will save over 40,000 life years for participants. That's quite a lot for a small population like England. The campaign continues to run annually and drive mass participation in quit attempts, and it's been adopted by clinicians internationally. The second lesson is to make behaviour change as easy as possible, and digital media has opened many smart ways to do this. A great example of this is how we've applied innovative technology to a very challenging behaviour change, getting people to donate blood amongst certain hard-to-engage groups. We wanted to overcome people's impression that giving blood was time-consuming and inconvenient. So we ran a dynamic advertising campaign across digital posters in 100 English cities and towns. The poster showed how many steps or minutes you were from a donation centre, and it showed in real time how many appointments were available that day. Accompanied by pictures and stories of people who needed blood, the campaign appealed to the heart as well as to the head. This award-winning campaign saw a 33% increase in registrations overall compared to 20 days prior. It led to a 42% increase compared to a period with no paid media advertising, and a 22% increase year on year. The innovative use of media became a story in its own right and attracted substantial media coverage. This short film brings the campaign to life.
Every day, NHS Blood and Transplant needs 5,000 people to give blood. And every day in donor centres all over the country, there are blood appointments available. What if we could somehow tell people who lived and worked nearby how many slots were available that day? And when they were out and about, tell them how close they were to a donor centre and how many people just like them were donating. Well, we did. How did we do it? We partnered with Clear Channel to identify digital out-of-home sites near donor centres across the country. And very early each morning, we captured real-time blood appointment data and injected it into over 120 sites. Each site displayed dynamic data relevant to its local donor centre. We also told them how far their nearest donor centre was, the number of donation slots available that day or week, and the number of people who had donated blood for the first time that week. We displayed this data alongside portraits of real people whose lives had been saved by blood donations and who reflected our desired audience. This all helped overcome the key barriers around donation: a lack of understanding where donor centres are, the perception that NHSBT have enough blood, and that people like them weren't giving blood. It worked. Compared to a similar period with no marketing activity, the campaign generated a 55% increase in registrations.
The third lesson is to find the right partnerships. By partnering with organisations like supermarkets, media companies and popular brands, we can make every pound invested stretch further and change behaviour at the point of purchase. Let's look at our Change for Life case study. Change for Life was launched 10 years ago by the Department of Health, and we've worked with them right from the start. The campaign has a single aim: to motivate and help millions of families to make lifestyle changes to tackle childhood obesity. It was a huge task. That's why the national partnerships we put together were crucial. We worked with a coalition of partners, including popular television channels like ITV, to reach and inspire our target audience of mothers with children aged 5 to 11 to make healthy swaps. We worked with major retailers like Tesco and big international brand owners like Unilever and PepsiCo to prompt healthy choices in store. The Smart Swaps campaign helped reduce the purchase of sugary fizzy drinks by 8%. And we worked with Disney to make exercise fun for children. And the Disney-themed exercise programs inspired children to do a total of 19 minutes more activity per day. In other words, we took the creativity and the insight of famous brands and applied it to behaviour change. Overall, our partner approach with Public Health England across all programmes increases their marketing budget by over 50% every year. In the UK, public service advertising is managed by the Government Communications Service. This is a non-political civil service department linked to the Prime Minister's Cabinet Office at number 10 Downing Street. Working with a retained roster of creative, media and digital agency partners like 23Red, they deliver world-class advertising and marketing campaigns that tackle vital issues at pace in an increasingly complex landscape. Every country will manage its public service campaigns in its own way. Every country will have its own priorities. And of course, every country will have its own unique culture and social norms. That's why we work with local partners to bring together the very best of all worlds: deep cultural insight, rigorous behavioural science, and great creativity to change people's behaviour for good. It's truly amazing how this combination of insight, art, and behavioural science can improve not just individuals' lives, but society as a whole. It is an exciting field of expertise, and I look forward to exploring how the UK and China can benefit from joint collaboration and learn from each other. The CAA Beijing International Public Service Advertising Conference marks a very special and important step in boosting PSA progress in the advertising and marketing services industry in China, and we would welcome the opportunity to continue to offer our support and help. Many thanks again to CAA for providing such an opportunity.